I'm so excited for today's video because today we were able to get our hands on the brand new OLED Tears of the Kingdom Switch. I've had a few different special edition Switches in the past, like the Animal Crossing New Horizons one and the Mario one, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this stacks up against those. So we're going to take a little bit closer look at this one and see if it's worth the hype. So right away, Nintendo always does a really good job with the box design. I will definitely be keeping this as part of the collection. Immediately, we have these gorgeous Joy-Cons. I absolutely love the look of the left one. It has a really nice gold flake and the classic Link green accents. Honestly, I would have loved even more green added throughout the special edition. One thing you'll notice on both Joy-Cons is there is a lot of white on both the back and the wrist straps. One of the biggest reasons people get an OLED Switch is for the handheld gameplay, so I could see these getting dirty really fast. I kinda wish they went with another color, maybe completely gold or more of the dark green. The right Joy-Con still looks really nice with the same gold as the left one, but instead has the white circles pattern. I do think the white and gold is a really clean look, but in my opinion, not quite as eye-catching as the left Joy-Con. I wish they would have incorporated a little bit of green on this one as well. Taking a look at the tablet, the back does have the same circle design as the right Joy-Con. It looks nice, but it's a bit underwhelming if I'm honest. I would have loved to see them get a little more creative with it. Maybe they could have added some color or maybe a couple of characters. I don't know. I just would have liked for the back to stand out just a little bit more. Next we have the dock, which again is pretty much entirely white and gold. I'm not gonna lie, this thing looks awesome. There's lots of details, but it still looks sleek. The patterns on the face of the dock are gonna line up really nicely with the Joy-Cons when you dock your Switch. With the Switch docked, in my opinion, this is hands down the best looking special edition Switch that Nintendo has put out. The special edition does come with the standard Joy-Con holder, and to be honest, I don't really get why they wouldn't have gone with a better fitting color. I think a gold one would have looked good, a green one would have been really cool, or honestly, even though it would get really dirty, a white one would have looked really nice. They gave the Mario edition a blue Joy-Con holder, so a more Zelda themed one would have been awesome. All in all, this is by far my favorite special edition console that I've owned. It is just a beautiful console, and I think Nintendo really nailed it with this one. Plus, you cannot beat that crisp OLED screen that this comes with if you do play a lot of games in handheld mode. All in all, I would give this a solid 9 out of 10. The few things I would have liked to see and would like to see in the future are more on-theme Joy-Con holders. I personally use a Pro Controller more often than not, but since this is in fact a special edition, it would be nice if everything included was, well, special. When some of the items included are still the generic base, it makes me feel like they left some opportunities on the table to make this a must-have. Another thing I would like to see for any special edition consoles going forward is for them to include the game itself. I know this is not typical of Nintendo to do, but I would love to be able to receive the complete package at one time. When I get a new console, I am ready to play and excited to jump into whatever the game is coming out. So it's absolutely brutal when Nintendo makes us wait longer for the game to release. I would have gladly waited a bit longer for the Switch to arrive had it included a copy of the game as well. With this special edition specifically, Nintendo is releasing a Tears of the Kingdom carrying case for the OLED Switch. It would have been nice to have a case included with the purchase, even if it did end up costing a little bit more. We know Nintendo can do it. They've done it before with previous releases. Granted, this Mario edition didn't come with a game, but it did have an on-theme Joy-Con holder and came with a carrying case. Now I know I might be getting a little nitpicky with all this, but typically these consoles are collector's items. They're special. They are often purchased when people already have a Switch they play on. The Switch has been out for so long, and this is Nintendo's opportunity to make each one truly unique and a must-have. So why not include all the bells and whistles? So I know what you're asking. Is it worth it? And the answer is, it truly depends on your situation. Are you a Zelda super fan? have played all the previous games, know every little factoid and piece of lore there is to know, then you probably aren't watching this video because you already know. You already have this sitting on your shelf. Maybe you're a more casual Zelda fan. Maybe you've played some of the games, maybe a little bit of Breath of the Wild. Maybe Tears of the Kingdom has piqued your interest and you've been on the fence about upgrading to an OLED Switch. I'd say this one is for you. Maybe you're not the biggest Zelda fan but are considering upgrading your Switch to an OLED. The Tears of the Kingdom Switch is only $10 more than the regular all-white OLED Switch. So if you are looking for something a little more eye-catching, this one is definitely worth the extra $10. If you already have an OLED Switch and you're not really the biggest Zelda fan, unless you are a collector, I don't really know if this is a necessary pickup, as all the different features on this Switch are purely cosmetic. If you're considering picking up your first Switch ever, what an amazing console to start with. Aside from how pretty this looks, the OLED does offer a lot more benefits than the regular Switch does. It has a much bigger and more vibrant screen that makes playing handheld a much better experience. It also has 64 gigs of internal storage, which is double the amount of the regular Switch, not to mention the enhanced audio as well. A regular Switch will run you about $300, so getting all of the upgrades I mentioned for just $60 more is well worth it in my opinion. For me, this was an absolute must-have. It is already by far the best looking console that I own. I can't even tell if I want to throw this back in the box and never touch it again, or if I only want to use this Switch from here on out. It has done nothing but get me just that much more excited for Tears of the Kingdom to drop. So what do you think? Are you going to be picking up the Tears of the Kingdom OLED Switch? Are you going to be sticking with your original Switch when Tears of the Kingdom comes out? Let me know what you would personally like to see included in special edition consoles in the future. I don't know, maybe you'd like to see an amiibo thrown in, or maybe an in-game armor set, or some kind of in-game exclusive for having purchased the special edition console for that game. Be sure to stay tuned as Tears of the Kingdom drops. We will be checking out the collector's edition of the game itself once that arrives, as well as plenty of other Tears of the Kingdom videos and streams. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Tears of the Kingdom content. Thanks for chilling. Peace!